Hi BookTube, it's Eleanor here, and today I'm doing my October TBR. A lot of people I think this month are going to be doing scary books, but I don't like scary books, so I'm just going to continue with my usual type of TBR. I've actually not got as many books this month to show you for the TBR because I have a big TBR that I've already showed you. So I've got maybe 6 books that I'm going to show you, which are sort of buddy reads. I'm going to pick from my BookTuber recommends jar, and then for the rest of the month I'm going to be trying to get through my books for the Galanx event that I'm going to mid-October, my library books, my NetGalley books, my review books, and the books for YA Shot. So I will link down below the videos showing you the Galanx books, the library books, and my YA Shot books, so that you've got an idea, in case you're interested and you haven't seen it already, what books I might be picking up. But other than that, I'm just going to be reading a couple of buddy reads during the month, and so I'm excited. It's exciting. I've got lots of books to pick from, and I can't wait to get stuck in. So the first buddy read that I'm going to be doing, and not necessarily the first buddy read of the month, but the first one that I'm going to show you, is I'm going to be reading another Agatha Christie with Tanya at List Obsessed Reader, and we're going to be reading The Hollow together, so I'm really excited to get to this one. This will be just my second Agatha Christie. I really enjoyed the first one, and this one looks like an easy read as well. It says, a far from warm welcome greets Hercule Poirot as he arrives for lunch at Lucy Angatel's country house. A man lies dying by the swimming pool, his blood dripping into the water, and his wife stands over him holding a revolver. As Poirot investigates, he begins to realise that beneath the respectable surface lies a tangle of family secrets, and everyone becomes a suspect. Sounds great. Sounds like a really good crime whodunit, and I'm excited to read this with Tanya. It's always fun to read with her. Next, probably towards the end of the month, I'm going to be reading, it is a book off my Galanx events books, but I've got so many there and so many to read that I'm quite happy if I don't read this before the event. And Caitlin from Kitty G was interested in doing a buddy read, so we are going to be doing Best Served Cold by Jo Abercrombie. She's been reading, I think, sort of a series set in the same world, and she's keen to move on to this this month, so I'm keen to read it with her. It's very big, but Caitlin sort of matches me in terms of how fast she reads, so it's really great to buddy read with her, so I can't wait to try this one out. My little group of booktubers that I've been chatting to on Vox are about Sarah Waters' books. Last month we read The Little Stranger, and a couple of people showed interest this month in reading Affinity, and so I'm excited to get to this one. This is set in a Victorian prison about a disgraced spiritualist. By the looks of it, it was made into an ITV1 drama, so it's again another one like Fingersmith that I can look up and watch the TV series afterwards, which I really like doing, so I'm interested in getting to this one and excited to get to some more of Sarah Waters' writing. I just love her. Me and Patty from I Smell Books are going to be reading The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. We both want to see what all the hype is about. I have just heard brilliant things, and from people who say, I didn't read it to begin with because of all the hype, it's not my type of thing, or I don't read YA, and then they've read this and said, wow, how good it is. So I'm really excited to get to this one finally and see what I think about it. And then I have this book written down to do a buddy read, but I can't remember who I'm buddy reading it with, so if it's you, could you let me know? I'm really sorry. But I have down that I'm meant to be buddy reading Ali Smith's How to Be Both this month, and whether I buddy read it or not, I will put it on my TBR and try to get to it. I'm really intrigued by this book. It's sort of 2 books in one. I think one is set in sort of Italy a long time ago, and one is set in the modern day, and the stories in different books were put in different orders, so some books had the Italy one first and some books had it second, and it just depends which copy you pick up. It was sort of hit and miss. My one, I don't know which one it has first. Let's have a look. I don't know, I'll have to find out when I pick it up. But yeah, I've never read any Ali Smith, so this will be my first foray into her writing, and I can't wait to give it a go. And then finally, what is my BookTuber recommends for this month? Let's see. This one. The Painted Man by Peter V. Brett. This book was recommended to me by Caitlin at channel Kitty G, and she loved this and I can't wait to read it. And I have been very lucky that I have 2 copies of this book. So this is a brand new copy, and this is the copy that I'm going to be reading. And so watch this space. When I review this book in my Friday reads, I will be doing a giveaway for one of you to win this copy of the book. So watch out for when I review this later in October. So that's the books that I'm reading in October. As I mentioned before, I will link down below the Galunts event, the library books that I've got out, and the YA shot books that I'm reading, so that you can see some of the other books that I might be reading if you're interested. Let me know what you're reading. Do you do TBRs? Do you not like TBRs? Also, I'm on a bit of a hunt for ideas for 2016. 2016, I want to try and read a few more books off my shelf, but I do like to do TBRs. I find that a TBR for me, whether I complete it or not, really gives me some focus, and otherwise I just find it too overwhelming trying to pick one book. So I like to have a selection of books and a bit of a cross section. I want some ideas on how to set my TBR up for next year. I'd like to sort of have 10 books picked somehow, whether that's sort of picking one book from each genre, or Sam from Cold Tea and Crumbs suggested to me that perhaps I go through the alphabet, but I just want some ideas on maybe how you pick your TBRs, and if you've got any interesting or weird and wacky fun ideas of how I can pick my TBR for next year on a monthly basis. Anyway, that's it from me, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now, BookTube.